UNI head coach Mark Farley. Coach, if you have an opening statement, go ahead and take questions.
No, it was a great win. Tough win from the get-go. We knew they were a good football team, and they got a great tailback, and they played great defense against us. And you know, the course of 4 quarters is what paid off for this football team again. Played for 4 quarters. So go ahead.
Was this the way you thought it was going to go? Would you have guessed a 17-10 game?
The 17-10, you probably could have guessed something like that. I just don't think we would have got to 17-10 the way I thought we did. The turnovers hurt us. There's no question about that. But you know, I thought the defense really played well. I thought the fake punt was huge at the time, and I think with that kind of football team, when we faked that punt, it kind of took a lot out of them because we played. Really, the offense was on the field for most of the 3rd and 4th quarter. And by doing so, I think we took a little bit of momentum from them.
Mark, you've been good at making adjustments at halftime. That 3rd quarter just kind of flipped things around, held to 4 offensive plays. Did you see something out there making any adjustments there to open up your offense a little bit?
We made a few adjustments because we need to see what they're doing. Everybody's trying to do something a little bit different against us. And once we saw that, and actually some of the players saw some stuff on the field that we could adjust. And by doing so, that communication, again, that's experienced players being able to communicate what they see to the coaches at halftime. And then we can make small adjustments which turn out to be big differences on the field.
Going back to the fake punt, just talk about how that call came about. Was it something Bernard sees, or was it a play call from the sidelines? How did that work out?
It was the timing was right. I think that's our first fake punt in 10 years. So we didn't give it away to anybody. So, but the timing was right, the players were right, and the execution was very good.
Was that a call that Kyle can make on his own, or did you make it or see something?
It was. We work on it all the time. We've been working on it since 2-day camp. That's in for everybody, and we just felt that if they see it on the field, we can execute it. And what they gave us is what we felt was a good risk to take at that time. So they made that call on the field.
Mark, you said that the turnovers kind of hurt you, but was it kind of that the other side too, where you're able to keep them to 3 points instead of 14, and that's kind of one of the differences in the game today?
I thought that the difference in that football game was our defense stopping them on those 2 turnovers we had inside our red zone. When we only gave up the 3 points at one time and then stopped them on the 4th down, those are 2 huge plays, 2 huge series, and you know, it gave the offense, when they came back out, it gave them the mindset to take it down the field the way they did that last drive, and I thought they should be doing that all day. But they came out with the attitude they were going to drive the field, a couple of great runs and plays, and we ate the rest of the clock up.
Speaking of your defense, Blake White led the team today in 12 tackles. Just talk about his performance.
Yeah, how about that? Blake White, Garrett gets hurt on that first play. I'm trying to tackle Jewel, and Garrett's been out all week, so Blake's been taking all the snaps for the past 2 weeks. And Garrett's been playing, so Blake has really came a long ways, and Blake's a story that perseverance and come to practice every day with the attitude that you're the starter, and then after the first play of this game, he's the starter. Now he's the team in tackles, so he has gotten better the past 2 weeks, but he had a great game.
What is it about this series? I mean, I know it's a 7-point game today. It was overtime a year ago. It was down to the final play a couple of years. What is it about this that keeps producing games that seem to go down to the wire?
I think they're deep. No, I think number one, their defense under Coach Lennon it matches up well against our offense. I think they've got a good sense of what we do from 20 years ago. It dates back that far when Dale was at North Dakota as a defensive coordinator. We used to exchange notes back in the day, and now I think that comfort zone they probably have coming in here versus other teams. I think they've developed that from way back what happened years ago that has led to this now, and he's done a great job against us. And again, his defense did an awesome job keeping the game.
Hey Ben, when did you decide to play today?
Well, actually, I didn't decide. On Monday, after I got out of surgery, I knew my knee felt a lot better than it did on Sunday, and then kept talking to Coach Farley and everybody else, and they kept asking me, "Am I okay? Am I okay? Are you sure you're okay? You sure you're okay?" And I was like, "Yes, it doesn't hurt at all. It feels great." And then come Thursday, Coach said he's going to put me in for a couple reps at practice. I felt fine, and I played fine, so then he said I was just going to play on Saturday, so that happened.
What was the nature of the surgery? What'd you have done?
I tore my lateral meniscus, and so they just scoped it on Monday night.
How do you come back a week after Terry?
I don't know. God bless me in that. I'll tell you that for sure. Dr. Clark, he did a great job, and we had great trainers here. Ryan Callahan worked with me the entire week, and like I said, I came in on Monday and I couldn't even walk on Sunday. I got up, couldn't walk at all, just hurt too bad. And came in here, and then we had a plan set, had an MRI in the morning. By that night, I was already getting cut into. They scoped and cleaned all that stuff out. Then Tuesday morning, woke up. I go through a full range of motion. It felt great, and then now Thursday I practiced, and then Saturday I played. So.
Did you take notes on that?
What?
Did you take notes? You're gonna need that someday.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, definitely. I don't know. He just did a great job, and I couldn't be more blessed to have the opportunity to play today.
What do you think of that, Mark?
We kept saying the whole time it's Ben, okay? And the first thing goes back to, you think Ben's invincible, and then he gets hurt. And then that bus ride home was a long ride home. He saw on Sunday. And then when we started talking to the trainers and Dr. Clark, it was so bad we got to do something on Tuesday. So we were trying to get ready for North Dakota State, maybe getting ready for that or 2 weeks down the road. But Ben wouldn't have any of that. Ben went in there on Monday night, and Ben has trained his whole life, and all that hard training paid off because the rest of him holds up so well that I think they could cut out a little bit and he's still Ben. So he is a one of a kind, man, and he's the first I've seen be able to come back 4 days after surgery and play like he did the position that he plays. And he looked so good on Thursday. I wasn't going to do it, but he looked so good on Thursday I could not do it because he worked so hard and he wanted to play so bad.
Ben, how much of that recovery is just the desire to want to play, especially when it's Southern Illinois?
Oh, definitely. A lot. Coming to this game, all the seniors have never beat Southern every time we've lost, and that was definitely a lot of motivation coming in here. I wanted to get back, and it was a blackout game. There's a lot going on that I really want to be a part of it, and so I was willing to do whatever it took to get trained. I didn't even take any of my painkillers. I was ready to get after the next day. They gave me 2, and I'm pretty sure those ended up in Wendy's parking lot after I got done because I didn't go too well with the anesthesia. But so I didn't take anything through the rest of them away, and I was really just determined to come back and just give out all I could for my team on Saturday.
Too much information.
Don't go to Wendy's then, I guess.
Say, Tirrell, why do you think your offense struggled so much as it did today?
Oh, excuse me, why?
Yeah, why the struggles on offense, do you think?
Honestly, I don't know. We'll get in the film and we'll figure it out. But as far as the time when we were on the field, we just I don't know. We didn't pick it up like how we've been doing it in practice, and we had some success. We had a lot of success in particular areas, running the outside run, and we knew they were going to send a lot of blitz, and they blitz I think 85% of the time during that game, and it's hard to get a rhythm with a blitzing team, and I think that played in the factor. And like Coach Farley said, their defensive coordinator knows us pretty well, and I think they played to our disadvantage, and they played a heck of a game. You can't take anything away from their defense, just like you can't take anything away from our defense. We boast a very stingy defense, and they played pretty stingy this game too, and we'll come back next week, and we have North Dakota, and we're just going to take this game as a reflection to get better and going through the season.
You had yet another game without an interception. What are the 2 or 3 key things you think that's enabled you to keep this streak going without a INT?
Oh, personally, I just think that my O-line is doing a phenomenal job and not making me force throws that aren't there or rushing my decisions. And then I have receivers that, even if I make a bad pass, they're more inclined this year to attack it and bat it down and whatnot. So I can't take anything away from my O-line and my receivers. They're doing a great job. And then Coach Solomon and Mario Verduzco, my offensive coordinator, they're doing a great job in putting me in a position that I don't have to overthink a throw or overthink the plays. And, they're just putting me in the best situation.
Tirrell, but obviously you did struggle offensively. You scored 10 points in the third quarter, take the lead, and then with the game on the line in the fourth, after your defense held, you went down the field and basically around the clock. How are you able to find something in those two instances where you scored points in the third and then around the clock in the fourth?
I mean, we knew that they were bringing a lot of pressure inside. And I think toward the end, when we kept giving David the ball on that outside run, and he was just picking up big chunks, and we just needed one big play. And, you know, we got that one big play. David broke for, I think, at least 40 yards or whatever it was down that left side, and we just needed some momentum, a little spark. And I don't know how it happened, but we made it happen. Our O-line banded together, and they did their blocking scheme. Our receivers were blocking downfield, and, you know, it took the fourth quarter to get it done, but we got it done. It wasn't pretty, but we'll take it.
It seemed like a couple of plays in the first quarter could have changed that, with Darian Howard getting stripped, and I think Sinkfield was open in the second quarter on the back.
I mean, all week, all year, since the beginning, since spring of last year, we've been preaching ball security, and, you know, every now and then we let our guard down. You know, we had the strip by Darian Howard, who has never, since I've been here, fumbled in practice. We had a master fumble, and me and Carlos had a misconnection, and, you know, we did a great job, in my opinion, in the beginning of the year when it comes to ball security, and I just think and I know we are, come Monday when we have practice, we're going to get back to the fundamentals, and I don't think we'll be seeing those errors anymore.
Coach, what's the status of Jordan Smith? Do you know yet?
Not yet. We'll have to wait till tomorrow. Tuesday. He couldn't play. I was told he couldn't play in the second half, so that's why he didn't dress out for the second half. And we'll have to wait till tomorrow to see what total outcome of that is.
Time for one more question.
Xavier Williams got a lot of playing time there too. Talk about that a little bit. Was that Haydenfeld was hurt again, or what happened there?
No, we just wanted to get. They came in here to run the football. You know, once we got the beat on what they were doing, they just came in here to try to handle the ball all day long. And so we wanted to get bigger at the tackle, and we needed to get bigger at the end. So by putting him inside, we went to 300 pounds instead of 270, and we went to defensive end. We gained about 30 pounds at the defensive end, and probably put on about 25 pounds at the defensive tackle to kind of hold it better in the run.
Thank you, guys.